morning, friends. It's Becky here at Stolen Stitches, and today we're going to talk about Cleopatra's fan. Now, this is the block. What we're going to do is we're going to do 3 of these, and we're going to set them on point and make a little table topper. Now, if you have ordered your Cleopatra's fan from us, I just want to show you how that's going to come together. So I am going to reverse the camera and show you the packaging. Okay, friends. So if you ordered this from us, you are going to receive each piece labeled in an individual bag. There are 10 different pieces, A through J. There are 3 colors, and I'm going to go ahead and start with letter J and show you how we're going to lay those out. Okay. So, you also get a picture. Now, what we did with the picture is we actually did 3 different blocks because you're getting 3 different colors. This first row shows you one way you can lay out your 3 blocks. The bottom row shows you a second way that you can lay out your 3 blocks. Okay? So basically, white background, we have a yellow here and a purple here, and then, we just inverted those colors. So choose which one appeals to you, either the top row or the bottom row, and that's exactly how we're going to lay those out. I'm thinking that I like the top row, so that's how I'm going to lay out my 3 blocks. Okay, so I brought out 3 pieces of poster board, so I can kind of put those together and do things that way. I'm going to build starting with the J. Now, when you take these out of your packaging, the way that we cut these is we put wrong sides together and they are mirrored. So I'm going to show you the yellow one, or I'll show you the purple one. So these are right sides together so that when you take them apart, you can see that they are mirrored units. And the J piece is the base of your fan. So what I'm going to do is, looking at my legend, I'm going to go ahead and put those out in my places. So my first one, I'm going to put here together. And when we build these units, they're actually mirrored as we go. It's kind of like a half square triangle. And then, okay. And so I know that the wrong sides are together. There's my white, and there is my yellow. I know that the wrong sides are together, so it's going to make it easier, especially because I have a white on white. Now, we have found that building from the base outward is the easiest way to complete this. So I'm going to do H, and then I, and Esther's going to help me just for the sake of time.
So one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rotate my boards,
okay,
and put them on point.
Okay.
Because if you try and do it straight on, your pieces won't fit.
Okay. That's
so
smart.
Putting them into the corners, because this is the bottom corner, put it in the corner.
Okay.
It'll make things a whole lot easier.
Okay. Good observation. Okay. So with my purple, I'm going to place the yellow based on my little legend there. Maybe.
White goes with the yellow. Yellow goes with the white.
There's that one.
Purple goes with, there we go.
Okay. And then,
okay, here's the other thing. If you look at these pieces, 2 sides will have straight sides and 2 sides will have curves. The 2 straight sides are going to follow the other straight lines. So this piece right here has a straight line here and a straight line here. A straight line through the center and a straight line through the side. This is going to create a row, and all of this side is going to have straight edges, and the curves will all be towards the center of the row. So if you're looking at this, you go, The straight sides should be on the right and the left, and the curves should be on the top and the bottom.
Perfect.
And that's going to be what it is going to do for every single color combination that you're doing.
All right. All right, so I'm going to put it on one. So basically, I'm just placing them together as I go through each one. But I'm going to leave you on the purple and yellow one that Esther's doing.
Okay.
Just so you can see those.
So the H piece, it does have it has one straight side. So again, make sure that that straight side lines up with our other straight lines on your pieces.
Okay, and then G.
G is our very center piece.
And my purple got some of
That's
my
okay.
salvage on, but I think
It's going to be
it.
within your seating allowance, so it's going to be okay.
Over there.
The first row is pretty easy, the center, because it goes back and forth between two colors until you get to the very last piece.
All right.
So it's pretty easy to tell if you've swapped colors.
Okay.
Okay, so the H piece, the straight side was on the outside. For G, the straight line is on the inside.
Okay. So then I'm going to wait to do my border till last. So I'm going to skip F and I'm going to go over to E.
E goes on either side of the center.
Okay. And those are going to be
The same
colors.
So
we're not going to change it up till we get to our background, correct?
yes. So right here, if this is purple, the one right beside it has to be yellow.
Okay. And again, we are following our straight lines.
Okay, so the outside edge is the side that does not have any registration marks on it.
Okay. Oh,
Swap them. Yep. Nope. This one goes here.
Okay.
That one goes there.
Okay. So the straight edge is the bottom corner.
Is the bottom
It's going
corner.
towards the corner.
So
okay.
if you follow the edge of the J right here, this straight line is going to continue across with our E piece.
Perfect.
Okay, this is the corner. So on this side, it follows up the side. So this is a straight line. No registration marks.
Okay. And we're still alternating colors.
Mm-hmm.
And this one has a
straight on the right and left, curve on the top and bottom.
Okay, and our curve,
the
pregnant belly goes to the top.
Pregnant belly goes to the top, that's right.
So your convex side goes towards the top.
There we go.
Okay.
This piece is a little bit harder because the curve is not as great, but it is keep the straight sides to the right and left.
Okay, and then we're going to do our
And now we're ready for
I'm gonna do B and then we'll go around.
One more piece. So if this is purple, yellow, our next piece is gonna be purple here. Okay. And this one has another straight side with no registration marks. So that's going to go right here, following this line all the way up on both sides.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Now it's time to add our background. So all of these pieces are going to be the color that is missing.
Yes.
Okay. So shall we start with?
Start with A.
Okay.
Start with the corner and work our way to the center.
Okay, so this is that corner.
The white. Okay,
The
so white corner, I'm looking for the two sides with no registration marks. So this side is going to go here. The mirror image is going to go into the bottom right.
Okay.
and it should tuck right in between.
Perfect. And then our next piece is the C.
Mm-hmm. So our C piece, the short side with the registration mark touches the A. And our straight edge goes along the top. Sorry, let me repeat that. The short side with the registration mark touches our A piece, so the piece we just put down, and the straight line across the top goes away from our fan. Like that.
Perfect.
The last piece
Is the F piece.
Okay. I'm going to put the missing pieces there. Okay, now this one right here. I find it easier if I put let me actually move backwards far enough. My straight line is going to be touching my pointer finger here, and the straight side is going to be touching my pointer finger here. So that when I put these two together, it actually creates a 45-degree mitered corner. And that fits right around the G unit.
Which is like the cone on top.
Which is the cone on top. Yep.
Okay.
This little piece here.
Okay, like that. Okay. So I'm going to switch to this one over here because then you can kind of see the background a little bit better off of the white.
Off of the white poster.
Okay. So that's how you lay out your fan. Let's talk about sewing.
Okay.
Okay. So I will put up another video with me doing with Esther or one of us doing a little bit of sewing. But if you're anxious to get started and you don't want to wait for that video, let's talk about how we put it together and how to press.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So
first of all, I want an 80-12 needle.
Mm-hmm.
I want to shorten my stitch length because we are working with curves, so we want to shorten our stitch length between a 1.8 and a 2.
Yes.
It'll make things a little bit easier for us to control the stitching. When we sew curves, we want to put the pregnant belly on the bottom. And so our concave curve will be on the bottom. Our convex curve, our convex pregnant belly will be on the bottom. Our concave, or the one that caves in, will be on the top.
Yes.
And we want to match our registration points and our edges. So if I'm taking my A and B.
We're going to come over here and look at this one.
Okay, so I'm going to take my A and B, and I'm going to match my edges, my registration mark, and then my other edge here. Okay, and you know what? This is the time that I really like my precision piecing glue, my seam align glue. And then I'm just going to match those up. Okay, and then that's how I sew them together. Okay, and I'm going to do A to B's, my A's to B's.
Both sides.
Then I'm going to do my C, D's, and E's, C, D's, and E's. And then I'm going to do my F's and G's, F's and G's. I'm going to press those first because I need to press those before I attach them to my H, my I, and my J. Okay?
Yes.
Now you have instructions on how to press, but let's make it easy on ourselves.
Okay, so when I am doing this project, I mark my rows. So if I look at this piece right here, this would be considered my first row because that straight line divides it. My row 2 would be right here. My row 3 would be the left side of the center. My row 4 would be the right side of the center. Row 5 would be right here. And my row 6 would be right here. Okay? The biggest thing here is you want them to go opposite directions. So what I do is I take a wonder clip, I take a pin, I take something to help me know which direction I need to press them.
There you go.
So this first row right here, the clip is on the top, which means I'm going to always be pressing towards my clip. So this row goes up, this row goes down, this row goes up, that row goes down, up, and down. Now, you can wait to press the entire thing until the end, except for F and G. These two pieces, after you have stitched them, have to be pressed before you add your H piece. So if it has a clip to it, we're pressing towards the clip. If it doesn't have a clip, we're pressing down towards the G piece. Okay.
Awesome. Now, when you put those together, you're going to continue to match up your registration marks. That's what they're there for.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put them each side together separately and then match the center. And then I'm going to press them open. So you can see with ours. Okay, so Esther's bringing one that's in progress.
So this is one of my blocks that's in progress right here. And so I have sewn my rows together. And this is where you can really see why the pressing is so important right here between the F and the G. They have to go opposite directions because these seams, especially down the center, need to nest.
Right.
And if you have them all going the same way, you end up with bulky seams.
No one wants bulky
seams.
No one wants
bulky seams. So I sewed each row together, and then I start from the outside, and I sew my first row, AB unit, to my CDE unit. And I do that on both sides. And then I'll sew this unit to this, and that unit to that side, and then sew them together as a half piece.
And then when we're done sewing, we press our seams
open. So if we want to go back to the first one.
Okay, and you can see our seams are all pressed open.
So these are curved pieces, but the way this pattern has been designed is this seam right here, it does nest together. Mm-hmm. So by pressing them opposite directions, we don't end up with big bulky seams here.
Perfect.
And then we'll press this open. And because of the angle, it actually takes the bulk in the opposite matching angle direction, so it's never bulky.
Beautiful. Okay, so that is how you do a Cleopatra span. Now, if you haven't gotten a kit yet, we'll go ahead and include a bit.ly link to our website so you can order yours, and we'll have some more color options available. So we will see you soon, friends.
Yep.
Take care.
Thanks, friends.